So today, um, I want to talk about loneliness and how I go about dealing with it. So, um, let me just start with this. I haven't always been lonely. I've always had a surplus of friends. I would go out of my way, talk to new people, really dive in and connect myself with so many people. And sometimes it would get to the point where I would have an over um a surplus of friends, and it would get too much. So as time went by, I realized some of these friends were just acquaintances, and some were real friends, and some were, you know, like brothers and sisters to me. And it's always been it's been a wild ride with every single person that I've met. Memories and everything that I shared with everybody. It's a lot. And I've always knew that I've been um an out there person. And everybody's always seemed to gravitate towards me. Everybody seemed to always want to talk to me. And then boom, you know, high school ended. I graduated, and towards the end of high school I had to let go of a lot of people. And a lot of people, grew away from me. And that's how life goes. You lose friends, you lose connections, you lose people, and you always have to move forward with that. But it was a lot at that time, and I thought, well, I do have my closest friends still, and I'm gonna have a good time talking to them all the time and still having the good connection that I built throughout these years. Some time passes, and I end up moving away, um, out of city, and man, I feel like after I left, it's just like everything, all these relationships just kind of disappeared. Everyone started their lives, everyone started kind of growing apart, and I just felt alone. Didn't really have anyone to really talk to except for my lady. But I always loved talking to her, and she listens to me all the time, and you know I'm really grateful for her. But you know there's also your life outside of relationships like that, like friends. And with the lack of any friends that reach out, talk, anything like that, it just makes you feel a little alone at times. And I've always assumed that I was gonna make new friends over here and really reach out, but I started my job I think 3 months ago, 2 months ago at this point. Not really keeping track of the days, but it's been a lot. Started my job, and I work around some nice people, but can't really call them my friends just yet because, well, I do work with inmates, and yeah, I mean, I can't really tell them, hey, come here, let's go hang out. And most of them are older, so I don't really feel I belong. I mean, they're nice to me, but I don't have any friends. I've always kind of gravitated towards people, talked to people, but it's just for these past 2 months, it's nothing. I've had nothing but my thoughts, my family, and like the lack of any real connections to anybody that I used to know, that I would hang out with every so often. It's crazy now to see, like, damn, I spent so much of my life with you and now it's just gone. But as time goes on, I've really found myself talking to new people, reaching out to new people, and the only piece of advice is push through it. If anybody's going through similar things, if anybody's feeling lonely, it gets better. People reach out. God puts people in your life, makes you alone for a reason, builds you. So that's what I want to leave you with. Just push through it. It's been 2 months for me, and I had to push through it pretty hard, I had to. But I'm really glad I did. I'm really glad I stuck through it. And I'm just so thankful for everyone that I met, everyone that's really allowed me to have more opportunities in life. And, if I never showed myself, never talked, I wouldn't have anything. I'd still be lonely. Because there'd be those nights where, but yeah, I mean, it's been a long ride. It's been a lot of learning. It's been a lot of growing. It's been a lot of self-reflection that I've never had to do with friends there. Every time I've had a friend, it's always, I need help. I need advice. I need this. I need that. And I've come to realize that I've never been asked, like, hey, do you need advice? Do you need help with this certain thing that you're going through? It's always been like, yeah, nah, I get you. Like, I'm not, it's always these, like, little realizations that come later through experiences, through just being alone. And loneliness isn't always a bad thing, as I've come to see. I mean, you always do need people. You always need someone, For me, that was my lover. She was always there, and she still sticks by me, She still is there for me, and I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for her. And I can't stress that enough. So, if you got a partner and you feeling a little lonely, always give them a little love, Show them that they're appreciated. But, as I said, just keep pushing through it. It's going to be hard. It's always going to be hard. There's no, easy path ever. So, you got this. God bless. Love y'all. Bye.